snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. Yes, you guessed it, we're taking a look at the 1/6 scale present toys Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark figure. Now, I did pick this up at Toys Wonderland for a little bit more than what it's listed now. I think it was listed at 1,480 Hong Kong dollars, which converts to like 188 US. And then you got to tack on that shipping, and shipping I believe was $73 US. But besides that, when I saw this figure, I totally needed to have it because I have been dying to get an Indiana Jones figure for the collection here. So let's wait no longer and get this boy out of this box so we can check it out. All right, let's peel off the first layer here, and we got some more artwork underneath. Now, yes, for $150 in fees and shipping, this guy comes with 2 head sculpts and a really nice amount of accessories. All right, let's get this out on the table so I can show you everything he comes with. This is really cool. He comes with his jacket, his whip, a gun, a holster, his little book, 2 more sets of hands, and let's not forget his satchel. Now, the extra hands are simple. We've got whip hands and gun hands. He's actually wearing just a couple of relaxed hands, so this is great. The details on the hands are absolutely fine. We've got some veins and skin texture and everything, so this is perfect. Moving over to the pistol, this thing is done really well. We have some very nice paintwork, some wood texture. The barrel does turn, which is pretty cool. We've got some dry brushing and some speckling around to make it look like gunmetal. I mean, it's great. This also does seem to move a little bit, but I don't want to mess with it too much because knowing me, I'll break it. And then we have the little red notebook, which is actually real. It does have pages in it. Nothing's written in it, but it does actually have physical pages in it, so if you want to doodle, you have a little doodle book.
Plus, it's not a man purse, it's called a satchel. Indiana Jones wears one.
And yes, Indiana Jones does wear a satchel. This is a nice fabric. We have a pleather strap, and we have looks like a little button under there. Not a man purse, satchel. And of course, what would Indiana Jones be without his whip? This whip is great. It actually has a wire in it, so it's going to be fantastic for posing. It doesn't go through the whole thing. It starts right around here, and it's mostly just the top half. You can see it stops right around there, and the rest is just kind of dangly. I do wish the wire went almost all the way down so you can pose the whole thing, but this'll do. And we do have a real leather gun holster with a magnet to help it close. The gun fits in there nice and snug. Now, the awesome thing about this figure, it's a real leather jacket. This is real leather. It's not pleather, so the good thing about that is that this is going to hold up over time if you treat it well. Now, the downfall of real leather is that it's thick, it's kind of bulky, it doesn't really fall very well. When it's small, it doesn't have a lot of weight. But this is definitely going to last over time, unlike pleather. And they give us a nice simple stand, and I do prefer these over those little hip clamp ones. So I'm really glad it's this version of the stand. And before we move over to the figure, let's take a look at the second head sculpt. This one's actually really cool. This might actually have a little bit more resemblance to Harrison Ford than the other head sculpt that's on the figure right now, and we'll look at that one in a second. But I love the expression on his face here. That is totally Indiana Jones right there. And let's take a look at the other head sculpt. I do think this looks like Harrison Ford, man. I think they did a great job on this head sculpt. I'm putting up some photos of Harrison Ford back in the Indiana Jones days. I mean, you could see it's there. The resemblance is there. It might not be 100% there, but it is darn there, and this figure is only $150. And we got 2 head sculpts with it? Come on. That is beyond worth the money. Moving down to the shirt, again, I do wish they used a slightly thinner material. Everything seems to be a little thick and doesn't just lay down properly. Is it awful? No. Can I absolutely deal with it? Yeah, completely. The belt buckle is not sculpted, it's a real metal belt buckle. Could it have been a painted piece of plastic that was just sculpted there? Yeah, absolutely. But I do like the fact that they went an extra step and gave us a metal belt buckle. Not a whole lot to look at in the rear end besides pant pockets, and that's about it. Now let's swing on down to the shoes, because the shoes are interesting. These are real crafted pleather boots. We've got real shoelaces on it, rubber soles. I mean, this is some great crafting and brings a lot of realism to the figure. So that's awesome. We get a lot of articulation in the ball joint over here. You know, I do wish they sculpted this boot instead so we don't have to worry about it falling apart and peeling over the years. Alright, so I popped on the leather jacket. I wanted you to see what Indiana Jones would look like in this outfit. This truly is a really great looking figure. I do wish the materials were a little thinner and a little bit heavier looking because this does look a little bulky. Now, like I said earlier, that is the downfall of real leather, but it's going to last. Look at this figure in this red lighting. This is just so dramatic and Indiana Jones-like, and this figure is just fantastic looking. Now, I am very up in the air how I want to display this thing because I like the jacket, but I also think it's a little chunky looking. And I really do like the way he looks without the jacket, so let's take a look at that. Alright, here we are. This is how I will be putting him on my display. I don't know if it'll be this pose exactly, but pretty much something like that to be able to showcase the whip and kind of movie poster-like. I absolutely love the way he looks in this. That right there is the movie poster. I am so happy they gave us the second head sculpt. This thing is fantastic. Well, that's it, my friends. This is the 1/6 scale Raiders of the Lost Ark Indiana Jones from Present Toys. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this figure as much as I do right now. I'm so happy to have Indiana Jones in my collection. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think of this figure. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification button for upcoming videos. I will see you all on the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya.